Stop number 14 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series brings us to a track that is one of the most challenging on the NASCAR circuit. A track that's been in existence since way back in, I think, approximately 1969. We talk about how tough the plate tracks are with the possibility of the big one happening. We talk about how tough Bristol is because of the constant wrecking, it seems like. We talk about how tough Darlington is to tame. But there's few tracks that are tougher than the Monster Mile in Dover, Delaware. A track simply called Dover Downs International Speedway. And it's the track that chews up cars and spits them out, turns like canyon walls, straight spanks steeper than many tracks turns, and it's basically, like I said, 400 or 500 miles anywhere else is like a Sunday school picnic compared to 500 on the Monster. But today we're not doing 500 miles, we're doing 60 laps around this racetrack here, so that's 60 miles at least around this racetrack here at Dover Downs International Speedway. Here's the starting lineup for today's running of the FedEx 400. On the pole, it's Kyle Matthews, number 42. The Coors Light Pontiac. He's alongside number 24, Charles Sanford, the DuPont Chevrolet. Going to row 2, it's Allison Rain at number 7. And alongside Allison will be number 98. That's Laura Chung. Third row has number 15. That is Alex Miller, the Quality Care Ford. He's alongside number 23, Wes McCoy, the winner of the Winston All-Stars at Charlotte this season. Fourth row is Daniel Bouchard, the winner of the season at Richmond. He's alongside number 10, Paul Minnick, who won Talladega this season. Going to row number 5 has car number 5, Phil Parker, the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. He's alongside number 4, William Brock. Both have yet to win this season, but both are showing some promise this season as well, too. We'll see what happens here today at Dover. Row number 6 will have Dylan Poteet in 22, and number 43, Mike Becker. Next row has number 33, Matt McIntyre, and number 41, John Andrews. Next row down has number 17, Roberto Crown Jr. He's alongside number 87. That is Aaron Macklin. Next row down has number 30, Ryan George, the Gum Out Pontiac. He's alongside number 40. That is the car of Zach Winkle, the Daytona 500 champion, the Kendall GT1 Pontiac. Next row down has number 99, Levi McIntyre, the Excite SKF Ford. Levi has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's race. He's alongside number 75, Jesse Turner. Next row down has number 16, Rob Evans, and 29, Zachary Fitzwater. Next row number is number 18, Nathan Ormond, and number 2, Dylan Young. Next row down has Zach Rogers in the Valvoline Ford, car number 6. He's alongside number 88, Keith Batson, with our second in-car camera, the Quality Care Service Ford Credit Ford. 2-time winner season so far here. Keith won at Darlington and Martinsville. He also, and Zach Rogers was the winner of the season at North Wilkesboro. Next row down has Cole Deaver in the GM Grant Chevrolet car number 3. He won the season at Atlanta. And Joshua Osborne, number 20, the Home Depot Pontiac. Next row down has our third in-car camera, Seth Cole in the Hot Wheels Pontiac number 44. And number 21, Quentin Moore. Moore was winner of the 600 at Charlotte this season. Seth yet to win this season, but he's been running strong lately. Next row down has Jessica Shelton, number 94, the McDonald's Ford. Jess won this season at Bristol. She's flanked by number 90, that's James Sykes. Next row down has number 1, Trent Dunham in the Pennzoil Chevrolet. He's alongside number 25, James Henry. Next row has number 28, that's Kat Batson, the Texaco Haviland Ford. Kat nearly won the 600 at Charlotte, though. She finished, I believe, third in that race, I think. She's alongside Cement Ozcon in number 36. Next row down has number 26, that's Ryan Brommer, and number 81, Muhammad Abdullah. And starting shotgun is number 37, Dylan Abrahamian, and Daniel Gatrock in 71. So that's your starting grid for this season, for this FedEx 400 at Dover Downs International Speedway. Charles Sanford has won a race this season so far. That win came at Sonoma. Kyle Matthews yet to win this season, believe it or not, though, but he has been running stronger and stronger. So we'll see if today is the day at Dover in the Coors Light Pontiac. So that being said, 40 cars are lined up. I'm about to get the command to fire the engines for this 14th race of the season here at Dover. Here it comes. Here comes the command.
3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, start your engines.
So command's beginning the party engines begin in-car cameras, and they will be carried by Seth Cole, Keith Batson, and Levi McIntyre. Those will be our 3 cameras for today's race. as the field rolls off a pit road for the pace up, but for the start of the race right after this. Field rounding through turns number 3 and 4 right now as we're about to get set for racing here today at Dover Downs International Speedway. Pace car's already off on the pit road. Kyle Matthews and Charles Sanford leads them down the start-finish line. A Pontiac and a Chevrolet as the green flag's about to fly, and we are racing at Dover. Green flag is flying, and the FedEx 400 is on. Through turns 1 and 2 they come. Kyle Matthews jumps out to an early lead. Allison Rain up to second position now in number 7 as they come down the backstretch into turn number 3 now. Here comes Alex Miller trying to make the move and does not do so. Here Rain moves up the high side of the track here, 3 wide behind with Bouchard, Samper, and Chung as Kyle Matthews leads the first lap of this race. We're seeing lap speeds of well over 160 miles per hour here at Dover Downs as they come off turn number 2. Top 5 now pretty much single file here. It's Matthews, Rain, Miller, Chung, and Bouchard, the top 5, and Phil Parker breaks away for 6th. As they come down through turns number 3 and 4 now. Here you see the field strewn all over the track here, just about here for position, as Roberto Crown Jr. starts to make his way through the field in number 17 Western Auto Chevrolet, 3 wide behind, and John Andrews in the 41 car just about got into the 23 of Wes McCoy. Andrews, we mentioned the drivers who's won this season. He also won at California this season, so forgot to add that to the list. As they go through turns number 3 and 4 now, 87 Aaron Macklin moves underneath William Brockett by him for position now as they come off turn number 4. Field remaining pretty much 2 by 2 for the most part here. Looks like about a 160 mile an hour pace lap here at Dover as they go through turns number 1 and 2 now. Charles Sanford still dropping back in the 24 cars. They go through turns number 3 and 4 now. Sanford, you remember, started outside row number 1. Well, he's back to about 8th or 9th spot. Let's see what he's clocked at this time by. Charles that time by clocked in 10th position, but now loses that to Roberto Crown Jr. in the 17 car. Charles is season 15 series champion in this series. As Allison Rain now goes up the high side, loses a spot to Alex Miller, and now to possibly Daniel Bouchard in the 31 car, the Lowe's Chevrolet. That car will be have number 48 on the car, as we mentioned, next season when we do the best of the 2000s. They're still with the same mod, but still. And now Rain gets booted up the track by Phil Parker in number 5, the Kellogg's Cornflake Chevrolet. Side by side into turn number 3 now as they go down through the third and fourth, or I should say turn number 1, not turn number 3. We're coming off turn 2 now. Excuse me on that one. Sorry. Phil Parker takes position away. That is, I believe, 4th position he just took from Allison Rain, and it is 4th spot here. So he now goes up on Daniel Bouchard. Phil Parker's had kind of a rugged season so far, the number 5 car, but he's looking to get back on track here. He almost won a 600 at Charlotte, we remember too, though, and he had the pit coming to 2 laps to go, and not only that, but a big wreck broke out too, and that sealed the win for Quentin Moore in that race here, holding off a hard-charging Jessica Shelton to the caution flag, and Quentin took the victory in that race here. But Phil's getting on up there, though. His qualifying has improved the last few races, so he has. So apparently his race setup looks like it's improved so far too. He's running 4th position right now behind the 31 car of Daniel Bouchard. Allison Rain right now runs in 5th position. Again, it's the driver formerly known as Johnny Gardner. So, but Daniel Bouchard right now, 3rd position is where he's running at in a 31 car. The winner this season at Richmond in the Lowe's Owens Coldering Chevrolet. Battling with Parker right now for that 3rd position right now. In the meantime, Alex Miller closed up on Kyle Matthews for the number 1 spot now. Chevrolet and Pontiac in 1st, Ford in 2nd. Then you got Chevrolet 3rd and 4th, and a Ford in 5th. Laura Chung right now runs in 6th position. 7th is Matt McIntyre. 8th is Wes McCoy. 9th is Dylan Poteet, and 10th is Mike Becker. Battle for 11th going on between Roberto Crown Jr. in the 17 and Charles Sanford in 24 as they go through turns number 3 and 4, right? Or turns number 1 and 2. Laps go by so quickly here at Dover. You don't know where they're at. You don't know where you're at. Much like Bristol, pretty much. And now Poteet gets moved up the track down in the 22 car. Here he comes up. Here comes off turn number 4 at 22. Next season for Poteet is going to be a Dodge, by the way. Sanford now finally gets by Roberto Crown Jr., but Roberto squeezes in between Sanford and Macklin. Now Roberto tries the crossover move on the inside. We see a lot of those. We usually see a lot of those at Dover. Drivers crossing over into somebody else here. Aaron Macklin in 13th position right now. 14th is Paul Minnick. 15th is William Brock. Levi McIntyre right now runs in 16th position in the XI Various Ford. As you jump on board the roof cam on Levi's car. Levi running 16th position right now, the man from the state of Ohio. We're going to Southern Ohio. We're not giving away the city where he's from neither, so there you go. So anyway, Levi trying to close up on the 4 car of William Brock in the Kodak Film Chevrolet. And we're getting word right now, the 37 car of Dylan Abrahamian, he did not start the race here. He's out of the race with a camshaft failure on the 37 RC Cola Ford. Camshaft failure is, of course, something internally wrong with the engine on the cars too. And it's, so we have to tear the engine apart to kind of repair on one of these machines, or replace, I should say, too. Roberto Crown Jr. currently holds the fastest lap of the race so far, 165.861. Then Matt McIntyre, Alex Miller, Kyle Matthews, the leader right now. Phil Parker, Paul Minnick, Wes McCoy, Daniel Bouchard, Levi McIntyre, whom you are on board with right now, and Charles Sanford has the top 10 fastest laps of the race so far here at Dover. As we have completed now, coming to complete the 19th lap of this race. So Levi trying to take 15th away. John Andrews right now runs in 17th position right now. Number 41 car, Ryan George. We said he was to have had Jimmy Dean on the car starting this race at Dover. Well, he unfortunately crashed that car in happy hour and had to go to a backup car right there. So he keeps it. Actually crashed that car in the first practice, not happy hour, but he crashed that car in the first practice, and then requalified the gun and pulled out the gum out backup car. He'll have the Jimmy Dean car at Polk at the next race on the tour at Riverside. But but Ryan George back to the gum out cars in this race here. But Jimmy Dean's still in the car. Somewhere on his car, I should say. He runs 19th right now behind Zach Winkle. 20th is Cole Deaver. Seth Cole running 21st. 22nd is Trent Dunham. 23rd is Rob Evans. 24th right now is Zach Rogers with Nathan Ormond right now in 25th. 26th is Dylan Young. 27th right now is Cat Batson. 28th is Zachary Fitzwater. 29th is Jesse Tenner. And it'll be all the way back to 30th before you find Jessica Shelton, who usually runs well at Dover, but unfortunately her setup was obviously messed up on that car. And Jess in danger losing a spot to Joshua Osborne in the 20 car. Osborne also not having a good run neither in that 20 machine. Neither one had a good qualifying effort neither. And whoa, Joshua I thought was gonna deliberately turn Jess into turn number 3. She would have been really mad at him on that one. She'd have been really. And Fitzwater got a little bit loose right there. You saw below on the bottom of your screen right there. He and when he and Cat Batson run side by side with each other here, the 28 and then 29 cars. Quentin Moore coming off that victory at Charlotte. He's running 32nd position right now. 33rd is James Henry. Then is Ryan Brommer, James Sykes, and Cement Oscon. Then Daniel Gatrock and Muhammad Abdullah. So 38 cars still running right now. But battle for the lead ensuing right now between Kyle Matthews, Alex Miller, and also throw Daniel Bouchard and Laura Chung in this bunch as well too. Miller trying to move to the inside lane. Now Chung actually is inside of Bouchard for third position now. Yeah, Pontiac, a Chevrolet, and 2 Fords in the top 5 spots. And may have a 5th car in this bunch too, as Phil Parker is trying to close up as well too. Matthews and Miller both running the middle groove of this track here, but now Chung tries once again on Bouchard for number 3 spot here. She moves Bouchard up the track, and meantime, here comes Miller for the lead on Matthews. They're come out the second turn. Side by side between the Pontiac and the Ford here as they come off the 4th corner. And I think Matthews may have the momentum at the start-finish line. Yes, he does. He leads by about a car and a half over Alex Miller, but Miller's right there. Kyle Matthews trying to hold on for his first victory of the season. He's not yet, as we mentioned, not yet won in season 30 at this point here, trying to hold off Alex Miller, who's been coming on really strong the last few races. And yet Miller right now sits 29th in the points coming in this race, though. So it'd be a huge pick-me-up for Alex if he can well, if he can hold where he's at right now, though. But if he can win, though, that'd be a big morale boost for the 15 team. But he's given his he is giving his darndest right now. He is giving Matthews a bit of a challenge here as he goes through turns number 1 and 2. These are 2 1995 model cars, by the way. The 42 and the 15 cars both are 95 model machines. Bouchard remains 3rd, Chung remains 4th, and then it's Parker 5th. Then it's Mike Becker up to 6th position in the 43 Richard Petty machine. Then it's Matt McIntyre 7th, Allison Rain is dropped to 8th, Charles Sanford 9th, and 10th position is Wes McCoy. That's how they run right now. Then it's Crown in 11th and Poteet in 12th position. Miller tries once again off to number 4, but Matthews slams the door in his face. 33 laps in the book, 17 to go, or 27 to go here at Dover. A little over halfway home. And here comes Bouchard. I should say not Bouchard, but Becker and Parker. They're having a battle right now, but for themselves too. This is for 5th position between the 5 and the 43. And here comes the move there. Here comes Alex Miller to the low side of Matthews for the top spot again. And Miller just moved Matthews up the track here, and Alex Miller with a bump and run takes the lead. So Alex Miller takes the number 15 Quality Care Ford to the top spot, but Matthews tries on the inside lane, tries the crossover move. Here they come off turn number 4. Miller leads his first lap of the race, but here comes Matthews in the inside in turns 1 and 2. Takes the lead back from Miller as they come through turns as they come off turn number 2. A bit of a chess match between those two drivers here as they come down through turns number 3 and 4 now. And meantime, Daniel Bouchard trying to hold off Laura Chung in the 98 car. Chung had 3rd by about a bumper over Bouchard, but Bouchard moves inside turn number 1 and takes the spot back again. And meantime, Mike Becker's about to take 5th from Phil Parker. Off turn number 4 they come let's see what happens here. Parker squeezes in between the 5 and the 43 cars, between the 43 and the 33 cars, excuse me. And now Allison Rain in danger of losing a spot to Charles Sanford in the 8 and the 24 car. That's 8th and 9th on your screen. Somebody moving it, and in the meantime, Levi McIntyre started this race back in the back. He's moved this way through the field nicely. He's up to 11th position right now in the number 99 machine. The XFR is Ford. On board with Levi McIntyre, number 99. He runs 11th. Trying to close up on the 17 of Roberto Crown Jr., who's driving a tremendous race right now in the 17 car, runs in 10th position. But Levi wants that top 10 spot. There's the roof cam on his machine. Levi this time by sitting, let's see how far back in the leader he is. He's 2.58 seconds back in the leader. Meantime, back up front here comes Miller, tries that low side again, trying to gain whatever he can on Kyle Matthews. He gained about 300s that time by. Every few hundredths of a second that you gain, though, it can mean a little bit, though. Especially in a battle as close as this. Bouchard, Chung, Becker, Parker, and McIntyre. Matt McIntyre, that is. The top 7 cars on your screen right there, all within a second of each other. Those 7 cars you got to throw a blanket over right now, too. And Allison Rain and as far as if Allison Rain and Charles Sanford stays like that, we may have a 9-car battle for the top spot. But they're closing up on the 2 lap cars of Daniel Gatrock and Muhammad Abdullah, and that's gonna be a bit of a factor right here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens when they get to the back of these cars. Matthews anticipates he moves to the inside lane here. And those 2 cars, the 71 and 81, they want to keep that bottom lane of the racetrack here. Here they come to the start-finish line here. Miller and Matthews, they hook up. They get by Abdullah, puts him a lap down, and now here comes Gatrock in a 71 car. See what happens to them. Oh, Miller had to try the inside lane. Now Miller did stay with Matthews. That's the good news right there as they come off turn number 4 right there. The loser in all this was the 98 car of Laura Chung. She got hung up behind the 81 car. Becker takes 4th position away, but now here comes Dill Parker looking to take 5th. But Chung slams the door on Parker right there. Parker now moves up behind Gatrock in the 71 car. Closing up on 10 laps to go. Does Alex Miller have anything for Kyle Matthews? Neither of these drivers have won yet this season. Daniel Bouchard looking to become the 3rd driver to win twice this season. Dylan Young and Keith Batson are the only 2 that's won twice this season. Bouchard won this season at Richmond, and he looks to become the 3rd driver to win twice this season. And there's one driver in this bunch here you want to talk about total determination to succeed in our offline series. It's this man, Daniel Bouchard. Guys like him and Nathan Orman and several others. They have been fierce in trying to get their teams better in whatever series they run there, in whatever offline series they run, and they want to build the team up, contend for wins or win races and compete for championships. Of course, they're no different than anybody else in this whole field, though. But still, but Bouchard has really picked up the last couple seasons he's running in our offline series he runs here. So, but showing right now though for Bouchard, he runs 3rd position right now. But Mike Becker's trying to get him for the number 3 spot. But he moves now he looks low on Alex Miller for the number 2 spot. But Miller's trying his darndest to get around Kyle Matthews, who's led all but one lap so far. That was the one Miller actually led on him a few laps ago, but Miller's trying to do it again here. He moves inside of Matthews once again. Come off turn number 4, but nothing doing. This looks almost like Mark Martin and Dale Earnhardt at this race in 1989 at the Dover in the fall of 1989 when Martin tried to get around Earnhardt but couldn't do so, and Earnhardt held him off for the win. But this looks to be about the same chess match here between those two there, between Matthews and Miller. Matthews has won many, many times in the series, and Miller's only won twice. Season 25 at Charlotte and season 29 at the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. Miller tries to get off turn number 4. Cannot do it. 5 laps to go. A tenth of a second separated those two at the start-finish line. Miller tries once again into turn number 3 now. Matthews tries to hold them all off. Off the 4th turn, Miller says go. Matthews says no. 4 laps to go. There's how everybody's running right now. McIntyre tries to move inside of Parker for position, but Parker moves just a little bit up ahead. Miller had to try that time by. 3 laps to go. Through the 3rd and 4th turns they come here. Miller tries again as they come out the 4th turn, but they're coming down for 2 to go. This time by. Meantime, Laura Chung tries to move inside of Mike Becker for the number 4 position. They come off turn number 2 here. McIntyre meantime tries to get by Phil Parker. That's for 6th position. He's got it, and Allison Rain tries to follow through. White flag meantime waves for the front 2, and oh, here comes Miller for the lead. In the turn number 1, Alex Miller tries to move inside of Matthews for the top spot, and he's got it. Come on, turn number 2. Side by side between the 42 and the 15 cars. Will it be Miller or Matthews in victory lane here today? Here they come off the 4th turn. They're side by side to the line. It is Kyle Matthews winning at Dover. And apparently my dog's happy that Kyle Matthews won this race, I think. Stupid dog. Anyway, if he saw that finish, though, I can't blame him, though. What a tremendous... I thought for a second, though, Alex Miller, he might have had a shot at Matthews come up off the 4th turn. Let's take a look at that last lap again, because they came off the 4th turn. Miller, you see right there, led Matthews by about a quarter of a car length to come off turn number 4. But Matthews got the run on the outside of the track and got him at the line by that much. About a quarter of a car length separated those two, maybe a third of a car length possibly at the start-finish line. But what a finish that was. Kyle Matthews gets his first victory of the season. 25 thousandths of a second was the margin of victory at the line. Boy, that was probably one of the best finishes I've ever had at Dover. We've ever had at Dover in the NNSCRA. But wow, that was a tremendous race here. But we'll give you the field rundown for you. Kyle Matthews wins. There, Alex Miller, oh so close, comes home 2nd. 3rd, we'll go to Daniel Bouchard. 4th to Mike Becker. 5th to Laura Chung. 6th to Phil Parker. Then 7th to Matt McIntyre. Allison Rain held off Charles Sanford for 8th. Sanford comes home 9th. And Levi McIntyre with a good run finishes in 10th position. 11th will go to Dylan Poteet. Roberto Crown Jr. 12th. Wes McCoy with a solid day, finishing 13th. 14th will go to Paul Minnick. 15th will go to William Brock. Then it's Zach Winkle, John Andrews, Aaron Macklin, Ryan George, and Cole Deaver, the top 20 in today's race. Rest of the finishing order for you here as we go through the rundown. Yeah. Seth Cole comes on 21st, then Trent Dunn on 22nd, 23rd to Dylan Young, 24th to Nathan Ormond, 25th place will go to Zach Rogers, then Joshua Osborne, Zachary Fitzwater, Rob Evans, Jesse Turner, and Cat Batts in the top 30. Rest of the finishing order, Quentin Moore, a bad day for him, 31st position, 32nd was Ryan Brommer, 33rd, James Sykes, Jessica Shelton. I guarantee you she's not going to want to bring that car back to Dover for the Peak Antifreeze 400 about some races down the road. Jess comes home with a disappointing 34th for her. James Henry 35th, 36th will go to Samit Oscon, the last car to finish on the lead lap and also matches his car number 2. Daniel Goodrock and Muhammad Abdullah were 2 of the cars to finish the lap down. Dylan Abrahamian had a camshaft failure, finishes in 39th, and apparently some car did not start apparently in this race. So anyway, I forget who it was. I might use process of elimination to see whose car to figure out whose car that was. And if I can figure it out, I'll tell you who it was at Riverside. But anyway, what a finish that was! Average speed 161.223, and Kyle Matthews holds off Alex Miller in a thriller at Dover to win here today. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos, we got whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Source Cup Series, the main series on this channel as well too. And if you're interested in joining his series the next season, well, please get in contact with Seth, and he'll get you going possibly. Now, actually, I know possibly to it though, but he'll get you going. But anyway, and also be sure to subscribe to the other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline series. That being Dylan Young's channel, X86753098588X. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series, and also subscribe to Thrash Maniac 99. That's Levi McIntyre's channel. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to subscribe to those 2 channels and for some cool stuff. And it's just like we got some cool stuff on this channel as well too. So anyway, so that will do it here today at Dover Downs International Speedway. Congratulations once again to Kyle Matthews, the winner of the FedEx 400. For now, this is James Qualls' production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Riverside.